Test yourself in the trials.
Tell us what we're in for today.
Yeah, so Trials of Osiris is a weekly PvP event that brings out a new game type. It's called Elimination. It's a 3v3 team-based game with no respawn, so your team has to revive you. It's the most intense game type we've made.
Hey guys, so I figured it would be a lot more productive to actually show you the Trials of Osiris gameplay that was given to us on Twitch this week and give my thoughts over top of it rather than just telling you what I saw and my thoughts were. I still urge you to check out the archive of the Twitch stream over at twitch.tv/Spongy. But let's just get right into it, shall we? The Twitch reveal that Bungie did for the Trials of Osiris was simply breathtaking. I am not a huge PvP guy, although I used to be in Halo. That was my favorite thing to do, mostly because I had no reason to go back to the story. I've always praised Destiny as rewarding players of both ilks and giving you opportunities to play PvE and PvP, equally for different reasons. But as the PvE has expanded and evolved, I always felt that the PvP, the Crucible, had really just kind of dropped the ball. There was no real endgame content for PvP. That has all changed with Trials of Osiris. It is a 3 versus 3 elimination match. And before anyone asks, yes, elimination will be a new game type that will be unlimited moving forward. And I know that it's probably going to become my favorite game type because it's very compelling. The gist of it is like this. You have 3 Guardians against 3 other Guardians. If you die, that's it. You can be revived, but that's all. And there are points attached to all these things. First team to kill all 3 individuals without revives wins. Unless there's a Sunsinger on that team and they can revive, self-resurrect as it is, and possibly win for your team. Now there are some other variables, like if you go into sudden death, there's you can capture a flag and win. There's a lot of variations on it to where it isn't simply a matter of gunplay skill and teamwork, although those things are extremely important. I think that the lead developer said it best. Everyone needs to try this game type, even if they don't try Trials of Osiris. I will say, though, Trials of Osiris seems to be very rewarding for what it is. So it's basically a tournament edition of the elimination game type, where you can win up to 9 times, and you do not have to be in a row. As long as you get at least 9 wins and less than 3 losses without a modifier, more on that in a minute, that's it. You max out the trials, and you can always go back and do it again. The questions that I had going into this were, how often can I play? How long do I have each week? How's this work? I think that they were smart in limiting the trials to Friday through the reset. Meaning if you're a weekday player, you have time. If you're a weekend player, you have time. But you're not going to be able to just sit and play nothing but trials all week long, which I think is very important, because if that was a possibility, you'd be looking at some really OP teams and it would just be horrible. So the idea is it's relatively limited, but it is, again, relative, because the reset occurs on Tuesday, trial starts on Friday. That gives me plenty of time to play any other endgame content that I want, whether it be Nightfall as I normally do, the weeklies, any of the raids if I want to touch up on them, if a friend wants some help, as well as the upcoming and as yet revealed Prison of Elders. So you don't have to feel torn between game types, because I honestly believe this is an extremely compelling game type. Another thing to consider is that Trials of Osiris is only open to you on the weekends. Also, to me, just tells me that this is designed not from the ground up, but in concept it is certainly going to be something that MLG or other professional gamers and esports need to look at. I was watching this with Grant. He was watching it while he was in another place. He was on his phone or whatever, and I was here at my house. watching, and we were watching it like it was a football game or a soccer match or a wrestling match, and it was just compelling. Really, really high stakes, a lot of fun. So as much as I want to play it, I also want to watch it. And guys, I can honestly say that's the first time I've said that about any game. I started Twitch streaming because there was no gameplay I wanted to watch. Now there is. Now that doesn't mean I'm going to stop streaming on Twitch. In fact, you'll be seeing me in this game type quite often. Probably getting my ass handed to me. And you know what? That's okay. Couple other key things to bear in mind here with the Trials of Osiris is that ultimately you can earn drops by winning. You don't have to win all of the time in order to get the ability to buy the gear, and the gear is earned with the wins. You don't have to have an exorbitant amount of money. Some screenshots over at planetdestiny.com show that you only are spending 100 to 500 glimmer on a piece of gear after you've earned the right to buy it. And you can buy it at any point between Friday and the reset once you've earned those. And buying new tickets to get into, the trials is 100 glimmer. So anybody can do it. This is probably the most compelling player versus player game type I have seen since the original online Halo 2 death matches. So look forward for me being in there. And I'm just so stoked. As awesome as this was, I did not think I was going to be this excited for it. Prison of Elders, I thought was going to be my focus, and Bungie have proved me wrong. I'm going to have to figure out a way to split my time. So thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing, and as always, keep on grinding in the Trials of Osiris. Cheers.